Hello and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time joining, my name is Jocelyn and I am a digital nomad and online teacher. The focus of this channel is to equip teachers just like you with the teaching tools, tips, and tricks to be an effective and successful online teacher. So be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you are notified of future videos. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about one of the online teaching companies I am contracted with, Vipkid. And I think it's important to talk about the new transitions they are going through because I know a lot of my subscribers have worked with Vipkid in the past or may hope to do so in the future. So, as many of you know, Vipkid has undergone some really major changes due to some legislation that was put in place in China that essentially said that foreign teachers could no longer teach mainland Chinese students. And mainland Chinese students made up the bulk of the student population on the Vipkid platform. This resulted in a major shift in the Vipkid company, and back in November, they officially launched their Vipkid Global Platform. They've slowly been inviting teachers who are currently on the platform to join the global platform, and veteran teachers have had a lot of thoughts and opinions on this new platform. And rightly so, because there's been a lot of changes. For one, signing this new contract means that teachers no longer can open up slots on the old platform. And while for some teachers this might not be a big issue since the bulk of their students were probably from mainland China and those students can no longer book classes with them, there were some students that were located in Hong Kong and outside of mainland China that did still have the opportunity to book classes with teachers. Another one of the major changes that happened with the new platform is also the pay. All teachers on the new global platform will be paid $7 per class, essentially $14 an hour, considering that each class is about 25 minutes long. So for teachers that were used to getting paid $8, $9, $10 a class to all of a sudden be back to $7 definitely felt like a little slap in the face. Also, while some of the incentives that increase that pace are still the same, they did get rid of that short notice incentive, which I was definitely sad to see. While we could talk about the reasons behind these changes, because I know there are reasons why Vipkid has chosen to do what they've done, the question remains the same. Do I recommend that you join the Vipkid Global Platform? Am I going to join the Vipkid Global Platform? And the short answer is yes. And if you stay until the end of this video, I'll give you some insight into why I think you might want to consider doing the same. And if you have the opportunity, sign that Vipkid Global Contract. So, do I love that my base pay is now $7? No. Do I expect to have that same full schedule that I had with the old platform? No. Honestly, I think it's going to take some time for Vipkid to build up this global base. I know from speaking with some teachers that have already joined the platform that they may have had 1 or 2 students, but they're not seeing the same consistent bookings that they did see with the old platform. But that's because Vipkid is doing something new, so it's going to take some time for them to build up that student base. So you may be wondering, why the heck am I signing this new contract then? And the short answer is it's because I like having options. As many of you know, I do this full time. I'm a full-time online teacher. I am actively teaching on platforms like OutSchool and Cambly in addition to some private students. And since I'm not considered an employee at any of these companies, I'm not guaranteed bookings, I'm not guaranteed students, so I think it's a really smart decision to keep as many contracts as I can open with different platforms. Even though I just signed my Vipkid Global Contract, they do not require that I open up slots or teach a certain number of classes or students to keep that contract open. So I would rather sign the new contract so that in the event that something happens with one of my other platforms, I can always turn back to it and open up some classes. I don't intend to open up many slots at the moment, and maybe I'll never open up any slots, but I think it's a really good idea, and it gives me some peace of mind knowing that I have this open contract in my back pocket in case something happens with one of my other platforms. And I think it's really valuable for any online teacher or any independent contractor to do the same, right? Don't burn these bridges, keep them open just in case. And I believe this for several different reasons. One, it gives you options when it comes to the times that you can teach, because the different platforms that you work or teach with might have students from different parts of the world that are living in different time zones. In some other cases, it also may give you some variety with the subjects that you're teaching. For example, Cambly and Vipkid are two platforms where I can teach English, whereas OutSchool is a company that I can teach really any subject that I wanted, and I choose to teach Spanish with them. So it offers me some variety in the different subjects that I can teach. Also, having multiple contracts open with different companies is going to give you some variety with the way that you teach or how you teach. For example, Vipkid provides me with a curriculum, so I don't really have to spend that much time planning or prepping for classes. I just have to quickly look over the material and then jump into a class and give it. Whereas on OutSchool, I have to put a lot of extra work into my classes because I'm the one creating them. And that's also reflected in the pay that I receive from OutSchool. But again, this just gives me some variety in my day because I have the option of teaching different kinds of classes that involve different kinds of prep time. Essentially, keeping contracts open with multiple platforms gives you options, and one prime example of that is when Vipkid announced this summer that they were going to have to go through a bunch of changes. Although this was heartbreaking and also super stressful because I counted on them for some of my income, I knew because I had multiple contracts open with Cambly and OutSchool as well that I was going to be okay. So while I don't anticipate anything crazy happening with these other platforms that I'm currently teaching with, I like still having Vipkid in my back pocket just as an option. It gives me more freedom and peace of mind when it comes to the ways that I am able to earn an income. And I would love if you can let me know down in the comments sections if you agree or maybe you disagree, and we can definitely have a conversation about that. Also, if you are a current Vipkid teacher, I'd love to know if you have decided to sign that global contract, or maybe you're saying bye for now and pursuing other ventures. Or maybe you're still a little bit on the fence and you want someone to chat about that. If that is the case, please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I love connecting with aspiring online teachers and current online teachers as well. I hope if you are a little bit on the fence that maybe this gave you some clarity or some insight into the reasons why you should consider keeping that Vipkid contract open. But of course, at the end of the day, the decision is up to you, and you are going to make the best decision for you, your life, and career. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you found it helpful. As always, if you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so that you are notified of future videos. Happy teaching, and I hope to see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.